You literally hold it between your legs. Yeah.
Again, we didn't have to share all of that.
We need to know.
Yeah,
the people need to know because I didn't know.
I know,
bought them.
but I like to keep.
Are we doing this?
I think we are.
Episode 2?
Episode 2.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! This is Kai and Dee, and we're here to spread Momspiration across the Caribbean.
Why?
Because motherhood is hard and we need all the Momspiration we can get.
Agreed. So today we'll be speaking with one of our favorite Momspirations, Sharon from Simply Halal, one of our favorite baby stores.
Hey Sharon!
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Sharon Gillett Chambers. I'm from Simply Halal. So, no matter where you go to have baby, we always recommend you are ready for a 2-night stay in the hospital. It could be longer, shorter, I'm not sure, but let's be ready for 2 days. So the most important item that any pregnant mama takes to the hospital is the maternity nightgown. As you can see, it's sleeveless and buttons all the way down. This is very important, right? So you're going to get 4 nightgowns. You're going to take 2 bags to the hospital. We're going to have 1 bag for you and 1 bag for the baby. I find when you separate the items, it's so much easier in the hospital to locate something. All right, so we have the nightgowns here, and then we're going to look at the next article of clothing. We are Caribbean people, so we call this item the duster or the robe. Right, now these go over your nightgowns, sleeves, buttons all the way down. So you're going to get 2 of this. All right, hope you're seeing that there. Feel free to take more items of clothing in the hospital if you know you're going to be staying longer than a 2-day stay, but minimum 4 nightgowns, 2 dusters. All right.
The first product you introduce is the maternity gowns, and the ones you recommend have the buttons down the front. Why is that?
Okay, so the nightgowns, first thing, natural delivery. As soon as the baby, you see a baby and all being well, they give you the baby. The baby is going to breastfeed. If you don't have any buttons there, how is the baby going to access the breast? That's the most important thing, being able to breastfeed immediately in theater. Right, that's the immediate use of the nightgown. Right, so we need those buttons. Secondary now is that, you're in recovery mode, baby is there. In addition to being able to breastfeed, the nurse now, it's easy for the nurse to assist you in getting dressed, 1 arm at a time. And thirdly now, you had to do a C-section. We know where the stitches are. It's way down below. If you have to pull a nightgown over your head, we all know you have to lift your body to put your arms through. And we are going to apply pressure on the stitches. And so the buttons now provide that ease, being able to dress comfortably in the recovery days.
So the next thing you recommend are the maternity pads, and we have 2 different types of pads. Can you explain why that is?
Sure. So you have maternity pads with adhesive and without adhesive. All right. So the one without adhesive, there are hospitals in Jamaica that ask you to submit that on entering the labor ward.
I was so confused, Sharon. So confused.
Right. Well, once you've been attending the clinic and everything like that, they would have told you that before. It would have been on the paper provided by the hospital itself. So in labor, we just have on maybe 1 or 2 articles of clothing. We have on maybe a sports bra, all right, or a bra, something like that, and a nightgown, and that's it. We don't wear underwear.
Listen, that part. Listen, they need to put that in bold, okay?
Yeah. You're dealing with a pregnancy, and some people assume, and coming down to the end of the pregnancy, how you feel, you care about that. Even if they tell you that, say okay, whatever, and you just gloss over it until the moment arrives. But it happens so fast, you don't get time to really absorb what's going on. We get that a lot, when customers come back for the second baby, and I say, you don't remember? Yeah, they know, no, I don't remember. Yeah, but in labor you didn't wear underwear. All right, but you know when the water break, you have particles and things coming down, fluid and that kind of thing. So you put on the pad, and that will catch it, and then you keep changing it as you dilate until your little one arrives.
You literally hold it between your legs.
Again, we didn't have to share all of that.
We need to know.
Yeah,
The people need to know because I didn't know.
I know,
bought them.
but I
didn't know what they were
like to
for.
keep some things a surprise.
Not that part.
Yes,
Because all my life the pad goes on the underwear.
Yes.
but this is motherhood. You know, it's
A whole new
full,
ballgame.
It's a journey.
It is, and it's an exciting journey.
Okay, and then the ones.
And then
with
now, as
adhesive.
soon natural delivery, you know, uterus lining breaks down, postnatal bleeding begins, and you need a maternity pad that has a very good absorbent ability. Because this is an exciting time with pads. This is not a period. This is not a period.
It is not.
All right. Every woman is different. Every woman will use a different amount of pads in the first day. Again, we just deal with the first 2 days. You see, for the first timers, you see what we're talking about, and then you come back and get more.
And I had a C-section, so there was a lot less excitement.
Always.
I had a lot of excitement.
Right. There you go. So again, everybody is different, but again, most women, they bleed for 6 weeks. Some of them is for 4 weeks, some is for less, but you don't know.
Right.
You really
This is
don't
true.
know. And this is you just go with the flow, literally.
Literally.
Only as women, only we can handle this. Only we are made for this. We can handle this discomfort. We can handle natural delivery. So it is what it is. But when you see a baby, when you're in theater and you see a baby, you forget every single discomfort you went through for 36 weeks, 3/4 of a year. You forget every single thing when you hold that baby in your arms. So forget about it. It's worth it.
Totally worth it. So explain the slip now, because you said it's controversial, but we need it.
Well, you see, in Jamaica, hospitals, they have an excellent system dealing with maternal care and recovery. They have a good method of doing it. Yes, I know some might dispute that. Like everywhere, it's ups and downs. But like there are hospitals who like it. And the reason why is one is modesty. We've attended some classes in the hospitals, and the nurses, when they see some of the outfits the ladies bring, they need the slip. They need the slip when walking around, on the ward and that kind of thing. So that's reason one. Second reason now is for accidents.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. But this is the main reason. The main reason is accident. They ask you to bring like 1 or 2 slips. We all, when we're in the hospital, you're lying down. The chances of an accident on day 1, day 2 is very high. And now it has, with the slip now, it has another barrier to go through before it hits the bed. And again, we're trying to protect the clothing, because that means you're going to need more clothing that you originally packed for.
Exactly.
Okay, I get it.
We don't love it, but we get it.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about the underwear. Any tips as to what to look out for?
Yes, the underwear. Again, most women initially don't like my underwear. It's too big.
It's giving bingo.
I don't like that word. I like to say, first thing, a lot of customers come here. I say, Mom, you have underwear? They said yes. I said, does it cover your bottom properly? I get the eye looks and that kind of thing, but it has to hold the pad in place.
Listen, as you said that, maternity pads are different. They're not the average length, okay?
Yes.
So they're much bigger. So we need a much bigger underwear.
Right.
Yeah, I know, and some of them need to be longer.
Yes.
Because you need to get, sometimes we tell persons to put on like about 2 pads in the first day for natural delivery. And that, again, is accidents.
Right.
It is what it is. Just do it. Prevent any little accidents on the bed. Endure the little comfort, because this is nothing compared to what you went through initially.
Agreed.
Right? And just make sure the underwear, it has full coverage at the bottom. You don't have to fight with the underwear when it's going up. Sometimes the nurse says the 2 of you cannot be fighting to pull it up. Yeah? So that's all. So coverage.
It must cover the belly completely.
Well, you see, the thing is now, when you put it on this underwear, there's nothing in the belly.
Yeah, I agree with Sharon. After you have the baby, you kind of feel a little empty.
Yeah,
And
and
really
everybody
hollow.
feels it's good if it comes up.
A little more support.
Yeah, it is kind of, because if
Compression.
it's under, it's not going to hold the pad in place. But when it goes over, it's better, because again, during the pregnancy, you don't want anything on your belly.
Nope.
We
Yeah,
understand
I
that,
agree.
but this is after. And again, if you have stitches are going to be lower down. So once again it's up on top, it will not affect the stitches.
Okay. So we discussed the toiletries, the necessary salve, the soap, the rag. Any advice there, or?
In the hospital, you're not going to be able to take a bath after immediately, right, on giving birth, because again, your vitals are out of whack. All right, they don't want you to stand up in the bathroom and fall down, so you're going to get like a sponge bath. So make sure you have your rags. If you carried any toiletry products, try to avoid the scented products, because the baby is going to be against your chest, and we don't know how they're going to react to a strong fragrance. So carry mild items, just mild.
They're new to everything.
Yeah, so just make it easy, because we can't go get hypoallergenic skincare products for the baby, fragrance free, and then now against you have this overpowering deodorant. Yeah, so yes, I know you want to smell nice, but the baby would find you smelling very, very nice without all of that.
Moving on now, we have some other little items we're going to talk about. Maternity bras. All right, the bras here, as you can see, this is how you're able to breastfeed. We recommend you take at least 3 bras to the hospital, 2 bras per day, provided you don't leak. And to prevent the leakage, now we have the breast pads. All right, and these are disposable because you're in the hospital. Right, so we have these, and we have the bras. Right, moving on now.
And explain the incontinence pads. What we do with those?
Okay, so the hospitals use them to put below you for labor and recovery. Again, we're going back to the accidents. All right, some depend on the hospital you go to in Jamaica, you have to carry them or they are provided. All right, so basically it is a disposable sterile sheet that goes underneath you, and this is something we also recommend to our customers in the last week or 2 of the pregnancy, when your time is drawing closer. Have one underneath you when you're sleeping, because during sleeping the water can break. Yeah.
Did you water break before you had your baby, or did you go to the hospital because they said it's time?
Both of them. Let's see, for the first one, I think it broke, and then the other one, I started getting contractions.
Yeah, I feel like so many persons don't go through the whole what you see in the movies. Oh, my water
I
break,
did
let's
not.
go to the hospital.
I
I didn't
did
get that
not.
either. I felt the contractions first.
Yeah, everybody's different. Everybody has a different story. So again, it's good. So I always tell customers, you have 2 scenarios. You walk into the hospital or you run into the hospital.
Agreed. Agreed.
Okay. And the next item is the salve. What we do with that?
I have no idea what that's for.
Okay, the salve. We all know Dettol,
Yes.
right? And we all know the traditional uses of Dettol. All right. I came through the UE system, so I learned a lot there. One thing I learned is that we don't use Dettol on our private belongings, right? We use salve. It's much more gentler, and it has a better fragrance, for want of a better word. All right. So for natural delivery, what they do, they tidy you up down there. All right, just to make it, it's like a antiseptic. They clean that area.
They do that?
Yeah, but because everything is happening, obviously you in your own little world, you may not remember or you may not have felt it. But this is what they do. And again, some hospitals are different. Some request it, and some
Provide?
and then some provide it. So you just have to go. But it's a good product to have.
Thanks for joining us, mamas. It really meant a lot.
It did. So like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend for tell a friend, all of them something there. Till next time, mamas.
Okay, bye.